Hello and welcome to today's briefing. I'm Dana and I'm joined by Matt.
Hi, Dana. Hello to our listeners.
Myanmar's former leader Aung San Suu Kyi has met with a representative from the International Committee of the Red Cross. This meeting comes after years of concerns about her health and well-being while in detention since 2021.
That's significant because she's been detained by the military-backed government since the coup. What were the details of this meeting?
The military-backed government announced that the meeting took place in the capital. It's considered a rare moment of contact with the outside world for Aung San Suu Kyi.
So, what does this meeting indicate about her current condition and the situation around her detention?
The reports don't provide specific details about her health, but the fact that she met with the Red Cross suggests there might be some level of international scrutiny or concern that is being addressed.
That makes sense. It's a bit of a proof of life, isn't it?
Exactly. It's seen as a way to confirm that she's alive and being treated in a certain manner, though the details of her treatment aren't clear.
Have there been any previous instances where she met with external officials or organizations during her detention?
The articles mention that this is one of her first public meetings with a foreign official in several years, indicating it's a relatively rare occurrence.
Okay, so it's a significant development. Let's move on to other news.
The House Ethics Committee has recommended that Republican Rep. Chuck Edwards from North Carolina be censured due to findings of persistent, unprofessional, and inappropriate conduct towards two young female aides.
What were the specific findings against him?
The committee found that he engaged in unprofessional and inappropriate conduct, though the exact nature of the conduct isn't detailed in the reports we've seen.
Is there any indication of what the censure might entail or what the next steps are?
The recommendation is for the House to censure him, which is a formal condemnation. The House will need to vote on this recommendation.
Censure is a serious measure. Has Rep. Edwards responded to these allegations or the committee's findings?
The reports don't mention his response, but it's likely that there will be some reaction from his office or the Republican Party.
This ties into broader discussions about workplace conduct in politics. Have there been similar cases recently?
There have been several cases in recent years where lawmakers have faced scrutiny over their conduct towards staff members.
It's an ongoing issue then. Let's move on to another story.
Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche has terminated President Trump's $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund after GOP senators threatened to block his Attorney General bid.
What was the purpose of this fund, and why did the senators threaten to block his bid?
The fund was intended to compensate Trump's political allies. The senators likely opposed it due to concerns about its use or implications.
So the decision to rescind the fund was likely a political move to secure his Attorney General bid.
That's right. It appears to be a compromise to gain support from GOP senators.
Have there been any reactions from Trump or his allies regarding this decision?
The reports don't mention any specific reactions, but it's likely that there will be some commentary from Trump's camp.
Let's move on to another topic.
Bank accounts held by Donald Trump were closed by Capital One in 2021 due to concerns over possible money laundering.
That's a serious allegation. Were these concerns based on specific financial activities?
According to Capital One, they flagged financial activity that had characteristics of money laundering, leading them to close the accounts.
Has Trump responded to these allegations or the decision to close his accounts?
Trump alleges that Capital One closed his accounts for political reasons, suggesting the decision was not based on legitimate financial concerns.
So there's a dispute over the reasons for closing the accounts. What's the current status of this issue?
The matter is tied to a lawsuit filed by one of Trump's financial holding companies against Capital One.
I see. It's a complex legal issue then. Let's continue with other news.
The Trump administration is planning to overhaul the Head Start program, potentially gutting its quality standards and leaving states to set their own rules.
What are the concerns about this overhaul?
Advocates are worried that removing federal standards could lead to inconsistent and potentially lower quality preschool education across different states. How significant is the Head Start program, and who does it serve? Head Start is a crucial early education program for impoverished children, aiming to provide them with a strong educational foundation. So this overhaul could have significant implications for educational equity. Are there any details on what the new standards might look like? The reports suggest that states would have more flexibility in setting their own standards, but the specifics are not yet clear.
Let's move on to some economic news.
Nissan Motor Corp reported a net profit for the latest quarter thanks to cost-cutting measures and improved sales, but they warned of challenges in the Middle East and China.
What were the specific factors that led to their return to profit?
Cost-cutting measures and improved sales in some markets helped Nissan record a 3.8 billion yen net profit.
And what are the concerns regarding the Middle East and China?
Nissan warned that these regions pose challenges, likely due to geopolitical or market factors, though the exact details aren't specified.
Have they adjusted their annual earnings forecasts?
Nissan kept its annual earnings forecast unchanged despite the regional concerns.
Let's look at another economic story.
Visa is acquiring fraud detection firm BioCatch for $2.4 billion to enhance its cybersecurity offerings.
What's the significance of this acquisition for Visa?
It will help Visa bolster its cyber, fraud, and risk security services, particularly in detecting and preventing financial scams.
How does BioCatch's technology fit into Visa's existing services?
BioCatch specializes in fraud detection, which complements Visa's existing security offerings and helps protect clients from increasingly sophisticated threats.
With AI-driven fraud on the rise, this acquisition seems timely. Are there any other major players in this space?
The reports don't mention other specific players, but it's a growing area of concern and investment for financial services companies.
Let's continue with more economic news.
India's manufacturing growth slowed to its weakest level in nearly 5 years in July, according to the HSB India Manufacturing PMI.
What were the factors contributing to this slowdown?
Softer domestic demand affected new orders, purchases, and hiring, though exports remained a key support. Despite the slowdown, the PMI still indicates expansion. What does that mean for the broader economy? It means that while the growth rate is easing, the manufacturing sector is still expanding, albeit at a slower pace.
Are there any expectations for a rebound or changes in the coming months?
The reports don't provide specific forecasts, but easing input cost inflation and improved supply chains offered some relief.
Let's move on to some sports news.
The San Francisco Giants traded pitcher Tyler Mahle to the Atlanta Braves, bolstering the Braves' rotation.
What was the return for the Giants in this trade?
The reports mentioned that the Giants received a third-year reliever in return, though the specific player isn't named.
Tyler Mahle is a veteran pitcher. How does this move impact the Braves' playoff chances?
It gives the Braves a much-needed boost to their rotation, potentially strengthening their chances in the playoffs.
Have there been other significant trades in the MLB recently?
Yes, there have been several trades around the deadline, including other notable deals involving teams like the Cubs and White Sox.
Let's look at another sports story.
The Chicago White Sox acquired reliever Huascar Brazoban from the New York Mets, bolstering their bullpen.
What was the cost for the White Sox in this trade?
They gave up minor league pitchers Gabe Davis and Zach Franklin. Brazoban is a right-handed reliever. How does he fit into the White Sox strategy? He adds depth to their bullpen, which is crucial as they lead in the American League Central.
Let's continue with more sports news.
The Chicago Cubs acquired right-hander Kevin Gausman from the Toronto Blue Jays, strengthening their rotation.
Gausman is a veteran pitcher. What does he bring to the Cubs?
He provides a proven big league starter, which is a significant boost to their rotation depth. Have there been other major moves by the Cubs around the trade deadline? The reports mention that the Cubs have made multiple moves to strengthen their team, including Gausman.
Let's look at another sports story.
The Chicago White Sox acquired catcher Joey Bart from the Atlanta Braves, enhancing their catching depth.
Bart has been traded multiple times this year. How does he fit into the White Sox plans?
He provides additional catching depth, which is valuable as they navigate the season.
Let's move on to some entertainment news.
Amazon is developing a Warhammer 40,000 animated series with Henry Cavill as an executive producer.
What are the details of this animated series?
It's a spin-off of Amazon's secret-level anthology series and will focus on the Death Watch, an elite group of Space Marines.
Henry Cavill is also involved in the live-action Warhammer project. How do these two projects relate?
The reports suggest that the animated series is in development alongside the live-action project, with Cavill producing both.
This is a significant expansion of the Warhammer universe. Are there other notable adaptations or projects in this franchise?
The Warhammer franchise has seen various adaptations, including video games and other media, but the specifics of other current projects aren't detailed in the reports.
Let's look at another entertainment story.
Vincent Pastore, known for his role as Salvatore Big Pussy Bonsampiero on The Sopranos, has died at 80.
What are the circumstances of his death?
He was found dead in his apartment in the Bronx, New York, by a neighbor after not being heard from for 3 days.
Pastore had a long career playing mobsters and tough guys. What is he most remembered for?
His role on The Sopranos is likely what he's most remembered for, given the show's significant cultural impact.
Have there been any tributes or reactions from the entertainment industry?
The reports don't mention specific tributes, but it's likely that there will be remembrances from his colleagues and fans.
As we wrap up today's briefing, it seems we've covered a wide range of topics.
We have, from politics and economics to sports and entertainment. I think that's all for today's episode.
Thanks for joining us, Dana, and thank you to our listeners for tuning in.
Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.